45 has gone on a Twitter tear as Pelosi gets ready to hand over articles of impeachment. With White House Speaker Nancy Pelosi preparing to send the articles of impeachment against 45 to the Senate next week, the squatter aired his grievances Saturday in a customary morning Twitter spree. After a weeks-long standoff between Democrats and Republicans over parameters of the impeachment trial and whether key witnesses would be called to testify, Pelosi on Friday signaled her intention to deliver the impeachment articles to the Senate. The two articles of impeachment against the squatter relate to his efforts to solicit foreign interference in the 2020 election by withholding military aid and a White House meeting from Ukraine to encourage that country to investigate former Vice President Joe Biden, a 2020 rebel, and his son Hunter. 45 unloaded on Pelosi and the Democrats in a series of tweets reiterating his belief that he's innocent, which he's not, and citing new polling that supporters his long-held view that the impeachment is a hoax and that the country is eager to move on from. 45 lashed out at Pelosi, predicting history would remember her as the absolute worst speaker of the House, which, no. New polling shows that the totally partisan impeachment hoax is going nowhere. A vast majority want to do nothing. Democrats should move on to other things now. Now, 45 keeps calling the Democrats do nothing, which they've done more shit to get stuff done than he has. I said 45 is not getting anything done because he golfs 3 days out of every 7, and he hasn't done shit to help anybody out. Now he goes on to call the Democrats radical left, which technically, if anybody's radical, it's freaking Republicans. Mitch McConnell to do the job that they were unable to do. They proved nothing but my total innocence in the House. They technically did not prove that you were innocent. They already showed that you were not. So it wasn't immediately clear which polls 45 was referring to. Polling analysts from a thing called 538 suggests a razor-thin majority of Americans support the impeachment process, while 47% of the country supports removing 45 from the House. But Pelosi and the impeachment process weren't the only targets of 45's invective. 45 besieged by criticism over the killing of Iranian Major General Soleimani that flared geopolitical tensions, lambasted Democrats and falsely claimed they'd spent the last 3 days defending the Iranian general, which wasn't true, who has masterminded attacks that have killed American troops. Where have the radical left Democrats gone when they have spent the last 3 days defending the life of Soleimani, one of the worst terrorists in history, and the father of the roadside bomb? He was also looking to do a big future damage. Dems are unhinged. Technically, the Republicans are unhinged. But 45's tweets echo the sentiment from Republican Representative Doug Collins of Georgia, who earlier this week claimed that Democrats are in love with terrorists, a statement for which he later apologized. He wasn't apologizing because he was wrong in saying it. He was apologizing trying to save face. But I'm not going to apologize for saying this. But the Republicans love dictators. Collins' outburst was in response to the War Powers resolution that the Democratic-controlled House passed Thursday evening, which aimed to curb 45's ability to take further action against Iran. 45 also took a shot at the FBI, another frequent punching bag, during his Saturday morning Twitter barrage. FBI director apologizes for FISA errors, of which there were far too many to be a coincidence. At Faux News, Chris, what about all of the lives that were ruined because of the so-called errors? Are these dirty cops going to pay a big price for the fraud they committed? Yeah, I want to know. Are you going to pay for the price? Are you going to pay your price for the fraud you committed, 45? But the squatter wasn't only on the attack, concluding by boasting a record 95% approval among Republicans and 53% approval overall. Technically, 45 is the only squatter that has never topped a 50% approval rating in the 3 years that he squatted in office. And in the 3 years he's been squatting, he's only got a 42, maybe 43% approval rating. I'm not sure where the fuck he's getting 53. I think the 53 is a disapproval. Again, it wasn't immediately clear which poll polling data 45 was citing. Aggregated polling by 538 suggests that 53% of the country currently disapproves of the squatter's performance, while only 41% approve of him. So I'm not sure where the fuck he's getting the 53% of approval at.